Yo, welcome back to 6 to the 4 to the 0 What's Up Now Radio. Before the break we asked what you thought about the Adnan Syed case in Baltimore, Maryland, and we want to know what you think. We are taking callers now. Caller number 1, you're on now with Mark James.
Hi Mark, my name's Jim.
Okay Jim, what do you think about Adnan Syed? Is he guilty or innocent or what?
Yeah, I've listened to all the serial podcasts, and yeah, I think Adnan is guilty. I mean, yeah, there are some inconsistencies in Jay's story, but that's because it's nearly impossible to remember perfectly what happened on a specific day at a specific time more than 6 weeks ago.
Yes, but the fact his story changes doesn't make him seem a little suspicious?
Yeah, but the major points of his story don't change, and Adnan has no alibi for the time of the murder. He didn't even remember talking to Aisha.
Can you elaborate?
Gladly. First, why Adnan is guilty is because Jay says that Adnan killed Hay in the break between school and track practice, and he saw Hay's dead body. Jay is a credible witness, having no criminal record or associations with criminals or gangs. Having no record allows me and the jury to be able to trust him. Also, Jay has no reason to lie about what happened. According to Adnan, there was nothing wrong between the two of them. They're on good terms, so good of terms that Adnan gave Jay his car and his cell phone. So if Adnan trusts him this much to give him these things, they must be on good terms, unless he needs Jay's help with the murder. To me, and probably same with the jurors, it doesn't make sense why Adnan gave Jay his car unless he needed to get picked up, or for something. I know he said he wanted to make sure that Stephanie got a gift from Jay, but he dropped the car off at 10:45. His lunch period runs from 10:45 to 11:15, and he had a free period right after lunch from 11:15 to 12:50. That's a 2-hour window where he could drive Jay to the shopping center to get Stephanie a gift and back without giving Jay his car. It seems very suspicious to people listening and to myself why anyone would allow someone else to drive the car unless they're inside monitoring the situation. This is a question for you, Mark. Would you allow a friend, but a teenager, to drive your car just because you want him to get your friend a gift?
No, probably not.
Also, does it seem weird that Anand got a new phone just a week before the murder? It seems like he knew he would need 2 phones, knowing that Jay didn't have a phone of his own. Any normal teenager would not give their phone out to anyone. And yeah, I know Anand had an extra phone, but phones back then were relatively new and very advanced with very advanced features, and with no type of cell plan. So why would someone pay for someone else to make calls? It just doesn't make sense. Unless he needs Jay to call him, or for him to be able to call Jay. Also, Jay's story doesn't change. Sure, the nitpicky little tiny things change, but the major points stay together. He gets Adnan's car. He goes to Jun's house. They ditch the car at the I-90 park and ride, and then they go to bury Hay's body at Leakin Park. And the timestamps for each of those, they don't change either. But probably my favorite is the explanation of how Jay knew where Hay's car was, and best of all, the Nisha call, who Jay did not know, but Adnan did. That puts Adnan with his phone that he gave Jay at the Best Buy parking lot at 3:22 when Adnan was supposedly in the library.
Yes, okay, but how do you explain that his calls from school were pinged at that same tower?
Well, Adnan never says he gets his phone back in the middle of the day from Jay. And Jay doesn't know Nisha, so there's no explanation for that phone call. So Adnan is lying about where he was, and Adnan killed Hay.